I'm thankful for today is food.
Food. Me too, man. Me too, me too, honestly, dude.
And
Yeah,
I'm in sixth grade, and the school I go to is J Creek Intermediate.
Day Creek. Oh, nice, nice. I went to Day Creek also. Great school.
Ooh, okay.
And then is it Keshi or Takeshi?
Depression.
Oh, nice. Okay. So introduce
Um,
yourselves.
I'm Takashi Abe, and my my grade is fifth, and I go to John L. Golden. And one thing I'm thankful is it's Saturday.
I mean, it's kind of Saturday every day now, but yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you. So yeah, nice to meet you guys, and then let's get into the material, shall we? Okay, so some class rules, right? So the first rule is participate. So if I ask you guys a question, right, you guys are gonna answer me, right? So participation and interacting with your teacher is the most valuable thing you can have, right? That is how you learn,
Mhm.
that is how you grow as a person, and then that is how you will actually grasp and understand the material. That is gonna be beneficial for you when you enter, middle school, high school, and even college. I know it's ways ahead of you, but it will come by fast, you know. And then just participate, always interact with your teacher. And the second point is ask more questions. If you have some question to me, I'll definitely try to answer that to the best of my ability. And then, if you don't ask the question, then you'll forever be confused. So when there's a test or when there's, an exam, you don't know what to do. But you'll think like, dang it, I should have asked that one question during class. If I just, asked it, then I'll be able to answer that question, on the test, right? So, always ask more questions, right? Also, please mute yourself if you have no questions, so we can get along with the material and be more efficient. And then please turn on your camera all the time so I know you guys are here and I know you guys are paying attention. And then yeah, that's the rules we have for the day. So, yeah. So quick question. What is multiplication? Anybody answer me?
Um,
That was a great answer, bro.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Just give me like an example, right? Like how do you like an example of multiplication?
Could I look at my notes?
Sure. You can clear your notes. Okay, in the meantime, does anybody else want to take the challenge?
I
Yes, Kenny.
wait no I'll wait, I just thought of something, but then I forgot it instantly.
That's okay. That happens to me all the time.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know
sorry.
how to explain it.
Don't know how to explain. Okay. What about let's go with Jenny.
Do I like give an example or do I explain it?
Either way works.
An example is 6 times 5
Okay.
equals
Equals
30.
yes. And how would you explain it to somebody? Like how would you explain to somebody that doesn't know what multiplication is?
You add 6 5 times.
Exactly. That's very good. So how would you put that into words? You know? Let's go with Takeshi. How would you put multiplication into words?
Uh, like I don't know how to explain. I know how to do it, but I don't know how to explain it.
For sure. Yeah, that's one of the hard part about math. That's for sure. Okay. Multiplication, right? Multiplication, is a beautiful thing. It is basically essentially the action of adding a given number to itself a certain amount of time, right? So that is like a way to explain it, So 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, okay? you know, it's basically 2 times 5, right? So instead of writing out the entire thing, right, writing out 5 2s, you know, writing out 2s 5 times, you just write, you know, 2 times 5 and then equals 10, right? How efficient is that, right? Or like somebody said, you know, 6 times 5, right? Or 5 times 6, right? You don't have to write 5 6 times, you know, just write 5 times 6 and you will get the answer, you know. That's exactly what it is, right? So multiplication is a simplification of the action of adding a given number to itself a certain amount of time. You know, you guys can write it down if you guys want to, on a notebook or whatever, or put it in your
Wait,
mind.
Brian.
What's up?
Wait, Brian.
What's up?
Can I quickly switch devices?
Yeah, go ahead. No worries. Go ahead.
Thank you.
For sure. All right, and you guys can write it down if you guys want to. Is Cindy a student or is Cindy a parent? Hello, Cindy. If you are a parent, then you're fine. But if you're a student, could you please turn on your camera so I know you're paying attention? Thank you. Okay, cool. Hello. Do you mind introduce yourself if you're a student?
My mom just told me to come here for like, I don't know, the trial class or something.
Yeah, it's the trial class. That's exactly what it is. Welcome. So we all introduce ourselves and I'll do it again for you. My name is Brian. I am currently a rising first year at UCLA studying political science, and I will be your teacher for the day. And one thing I'm grateful for today is to teach you guys math and to get to know you guys a little bit better. And for your introduction, just say your name, your grade, your school, and then
Okay,
one thing you're grateful for. Thanks, Kenny.
My name is Cindy. I go to 6th grade. No, I go to Ramona Middle School and I'm in 6th grade.
Mhm.
And what was the last one?
What's one thing you're thankful for today?
I don't know.
How about your family?
Sure. Let's say that.
Okay. You're thankful for your family. Cool. All right, nice to meet you, Cindy. So we're just talking about multiplication right now, right? So multiplication again is the action of, you know, adding a given number to itself a certain amount of time, right? You guys can write it down if you guys want to, and then, you know, refer to it in the future. If your teacher asks you, you know, like, Austin, what is multiplication? You can say, oh my God, like this Brian guy, you know, from like way back told me, you know, it is the action of adding a number to itself a multiple time, you know? So yeah, let's get you it. So, but how do we multiply a fraction though? Ooh, good question, right? Anybody know? Anybody like way ahead of the material and want to take the challenge?
I already learned this.
Okay, so you want to tell us?
Kind of.
Kind of, okay. Let us know. How do you do it?
But I need a problem first.
What if I can give you a problem, but you just gotta tell me how to do it? Like, walk me through the process.
I can't do it without a problem.
Okay, that's okay. We're gonna get into a problem right now. Okay, so wait.
A problem is worth 10,000 million words.
What just happened? All right, wait. Oh, okay, cool. All right, first, let's explore, right? Let's multiply a fraction with a whole number, right? With a whole number, okay? So the first example right here is, you know, 1/2, right? Times 5, you know? You might say, okay, what the heck? Like, how do you do that? You know, how do you put a fraction and a whole number and multiply it together, right? So, you know, like you guys said, right? Like I think Jenny said that, you know, 6 times 5, you know, is 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, right? The same idea. 1/2 times 5 is the same idea. You know, it's 1/2 plus 1/2 plus 1/2 plus 1/2 plus 1/2. You know, 5 times. You can think it as, you know, if you see right here, right? There's a on the denominator there's a 2 on the bottom, right? On a numerator there's a you know, 5 ones, right? So 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, you know, I know you guys are super smart, right? You know, incredibly scholars, right? So that's common as 5, right? So 1/2 times 5 is 5 divided by 2, right? Or 5 over 2, right? So another way you can think about it is that, you know, when you multiply a whole number, you know, instead of, you know, doing the, you know, crazy calculations right now, you know, you simply disregard what the denominator is, and you times the numerator with the whole number, you know. So it's basically essentially 1 times 5 over 2. That's exactly what it is, right? So it comes out still as 5 over 2, right? Okay, the bottom example is a little bit more complex, you know. It's you know, a little complex, right? So 2 over 3 times 6, right? What is it? It's 2/3 adding itself for 6 times, right? You can write it out as 2/3 plus 2/3 plus 2/3 plus 2/3 plus 2/3 plus 2/3, right? And then it is the same idea as 2 times 6 over 3, right? Because as I just said before, you don't have to care about what the bottom, the denominator is. Just care about what the numerator is, right? So 2 times 6 is what? It's 12, right? 12 over 3. That's the answer, 12/3. And you might say, what is 12 over 3, right? Anybody tell me what 12 over 3 is? Can you simplify that into a different number? Can you simplify 12 over 3? Yes, Kenny.
4 whole.
Yes, 4. Exactly, that's 4. You're very good. All right, cool. Wait, by the way, Kenny, are you related to Isaac?
Who?
Isaac. Never
No.
mind. Never mind.
No, I'm not
You're good. You're good. All right,
Not
cool. All right, cool. Next one. Okay, so quick practice on Khan Academy, right? So link in Zoom chat. I'll put a link in the Zoom chat right now. And I was teaching 4th grade just now, so that's why it's there. Okay. So far, so good. Any questions? No questions? Okay, cool. Nice background, dude. Austin has fire. All right, so I'm gonna send a link in the chat right now, and then we are gonna go to Khan Academy. Hope you guys are familiar with that website. If you're not, that is an incredible resource, completely free. And
It's Khan Academy, right?
Khan Academy, yes sir.
Oh, I already have it.
Do you guys see that in the chat? Yeah.
I already have it.
Okay, open that, and then you will see multiplying fractions and whole numbers, right? Okay, and then on the side there's a practice, right? So you can do the top and the bottom one. And
What
then
if we finished it already?
You can do it again, just for the fun of it, you know.
My culture.
No, it's okay. I'm sure it's fun. All right, I'm gonna give you guys 10 minutes. I'm gonna set an alarm, and then we're gonna come back afterwards.
Do it? Like, how do we go in the lesson?
You just click on the link I sent you, and then go on this side, and then there should be like 2 tabs that says practice. What was that?
Okay,
You see it?
thank you. Yeah,
You have to press on a certain subject.
yeah, well, thank you.
Yeah, okay. I don't know how it looks on your side, but on my side, that's how it looks on the screen. So I'm gonna set 10 minutes, and we're gonna get back afterwards.
When does the 10 minutes start?
It started early. Yeah. It's fine if you don't finish. Like we have.
I can't do both things at once. I need
do you
another
mean?
computer.
You can have Zoom and Khan Academy open at once.
Mm-mm. Let me try.
I'm sure you can, dude.
I could do it, but
There we
it
go.
needs a lot of time. I need it on one screen. I still can't.
Okay, it's okay. You can just
I
put
think I
the
might
Zoom
need
in the
my
background.
computer.
Okay, if you want to get it, you can go ahead and get it.
I should move myself. How long is the class?
It is gonna be over at 12:30.
12:30. So we end at 12:30.
Yes, sir.
1 hour, right?
No, 45 minutes.
Oh, then I need to
We
write
started
down.
at 11:45, I think.
Oh.
Any questions, let me know.
I forgot. I can't do the test. The practice
Why not?
because it takes like 1 hour to load.
Do as many as you can. It's fine. Like
I can't. There's like 5 devices being used right now.
we have 6 minutes. I mean, if you can get in, then it's fine. But if you can, then like you can
I
do a
think I
few. I trust you, bro.
We have to do both of them, right?
Just do as many as you can, because we got some other things that we need to do as well.
Okay.
We got 4 minutes left. All right, time's up, guys. Hopefully we all got something done. Yeah, how we doing? Good, good, good. How much did we finish? Everything? Half of it? I see Kenny nodding.
It's
I can't hear you
literally
though.
still loading.
Oh, okay, well, that's fine, I guess. You said you did already with school. That's totally cool. Okay, how about the rest of you guys? Yeah, good. I saw Kenny nodding. That's good. That's good. Good news. Good news. All right. Treating me with a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. All right, cool. Let's move on. All right. By the way, how did you guys hear about this trial session?
My mom.
My mom just, yeah, her heard
Oh,
it.
okay. Cool. The mom connections. All right, thank you guys for supporting, by the way. So multiplying fractions with another fraction, like how cool is that? Like how do you just, go from like a whole number to another fraction, So can anybody tell me, like, how do you approach that?
I definitely remember this, but like I need like a problem to like wake me up.
For sure, man, for sure. I totally get it. What about the rest of you guys?
Can you like quickly give me a problem?
I will get into the problem in a bit.
All right.
Yeah, how about the rest of you guys? Can you, how do you walk through somebody that never learned this? How to do it? Can anybody tell me?
You can explain them to say like, multiply the numerators instead of the denominators, and you want the denominator, both denominators, you want it to be the same.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. All right, let's get into it, shall we? Okay. All right, so let's explore, right? So how does it work? What is multiplying fractions with another fraction? Like, what is it representing, right? Like, what is the core idea behind it, right? So, using the fraction model right here, like if you have, 1/2 times, 1/4 equals 1/8, like before we get into the implication of why, if you look at the model on the side, you have, this whole column of things, right? And then if you look at the purple, right? The purple, you see the purple. He divided the purple into 4 equal, portions, right? So you have, can you see my mouse right here? Yeah, it's my cursor. Can you see it? Can you see the cursor? Yeah. Okay. You see, there's one whole purple section, 2 whole, 3 whole, and 4 whole purple sections, right? And then if you look at 1/2, right, 1/2, and then he used the yellow line and divided it into, 2 halves, right? So 1/2 on top and another half on the bottom, right? So what 1/2 times 1/4 means is that, is 1/2, 1/4 of the already existing 1/2, So you take a half of something already, right? And you use that half and further divide it and further, you take a proportion of that half, and find what that, eventual proportion is, right? So in this case, you divide this entire rectangle into a half of it, right? And then you find what, 1/4 of that half is, which is 1/8, same thing here, right? It's more complex, but the same idea, the same idea, right? You have, 4/5, right? 4/5, right? So you have, 4 out of the 5, long rectangles, colored in, right here, colored in. And then, you have, 2/3, right? 2/3. So you have, 3 horizontal, rectangles, and 2 of them are filled in, right? So what it's asking is that it's asking that, find, the 4/5 of the already existing 2/3 of the rectangle, right? So like it's a proportion of another proportion, right? So like a fraction within a fraction, if you guys want to think it that way, so that's what makes it kind of interesting, right? So what pattern do you see? Let's take the bottom example, right? Like what pattern do you see from the calculation, right? 2/3 times 4/5, right? Like what pattern do you see? Like how did somebody approach calculating this? Like what is the pattern of the calculation on the denominator, and what is the pattern on the numerator?
They multiply the denominators and then they multiply the numerators together?
Exactly. They multiply the denominators together and they multiply the numerators together. You see? yeah, so like 3 times 5, what is that? 15, right? Okay, and then 2 times 4 is 8, right? So that's exactly what it is, you know. Just combine them together and you're fine, you know. And then let's further explore, right? So multiply, and we're doing it algebraically, right? We're doing it from actual calculation. We're not visualizing it anymore. We're just doing it, right? So multiply 5 over 6 and 2/3, right? Simplify your answer. Okay, so let's do it this way, right? Let's do it the hard way, you know, like, or let's do it the way that, you know, most people will approach it, right? So the numerator times the numerator, and then denominator times the denominator, right? So 5 times 2, what is that? 10, right? And then 6 times 3, that's 18, right? So 10 over 18. But that's not the final answer, is it? Because the question asks you to simplify the answer. So I'm sure we all learned the greatest common factor, right? Did we learn that yet? Yeah, I see Kenny nodding. What about the rest of you guys? Yeah. Okay. I'm assuming we all learned the greatest common factor. Okay. So the greatest common factor is, you know, what is the one common number that the two sets of the numbers, the numerator and the denominator have in common? You're glitching?
I'm literally glitching. Wait.
Do you see the screen?
Let's see the screen, but for some reason, like, it keeps moving me to new apps.
Maybe you should close the other app. You'll be fine. Okay.
There's like 50 apps.
Close whichever one that is trying to, like, directing you to. Okay. So let's get back to the material, right? We digress. Okay. So we have 8 over 18, right? So what is the greatest common factor, right? What is that one number that the numerator and the denominator have in common, right? So we can find it is 2. It is 2, right? So if we divide 2 on both ends, right, on the numerator and on the denominator, we have, you know, 10 times 2. I mean, 10 divided by 2 is 5, and then 18 divided by 2 is 9, right? So that is the simplified version of 10 over 18, right? So 5 over 9. That is simplified answer. But we said, Brian, like, if you look at, you know, the question on its own, right? Like 5 over 6 and 2 over 3, right? If you look at the question on its own, you know, there are always, you can simplify the calculation by itself, right? So if you look at here, right, there's a 6 and a 2, right? You can just cross them out, you know, simplify it that way, you know. So you can find the greatest common factor just there, you know. And then if you look at it here, the greatest common factor between 6 and a 2 is in fact a 2, right? So all you can do, you know, all you have to do is just 6 divided by 2, which is 3, and 2 divided by 2 is 1, you know, so you can simplify it that way. And that comes out to be, you know, 5 times 5/3 times 1/3, right? So combine them together, 5 times 1, which is 5, and 3 times 3, which is 9, right? So same answer, but different way of approaching it, right? So the answer comes out as 5, 9, right? Any questions so far?
Oh, I need to use a restroom.
All right, go ahead. I mean, we have like 4 minutes left if you want to just stay. Yeah, okay. So Practical Khan Academy, we have 4 minutes left, so we're gonna practice till the end of the class. All right. So if you can look, so scroll down to the link I sent you before, and then there should be, you know, after quiz 1, right, below quiz 1, there should be like multiplying fractions, and then on the side is practice, right? So all I want you guys to do is the third one, it's the last one, multiplying fraction. Don't care about the first 2, that's totally fine, you don't have to do that. Just do the multiplying fractions, and then when you finish, you can check out. Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna stop sharing. You guys let me know.
Hello?
Yes. Hello.
Oh.
We're just doing the multiplying fraction problem set right now, and then
I think my iPad's broken. Everybody's frozen, literally.
I mean, I don't know how to help with that there. All right, so yeah, we have 3 more minutes.
Oh.
Just finish that real quick, and then let me know, and we can call it a day.
We have 4 minutes.
Yeah, we have 4 minutes. 3 or 4 minutes. Let me know, and we call it a day.
45 plus 45.
All right, bye. Nice meeting you guys. All right, I'm going to stop recording now.
Is class over?
Yeah, it's over. All right,
Oh.
nice meeting you guys, and then let me know how you guys like it, and I hope you guys see you guys next time.
Okay, bye.
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 嘿
老师好。
，Brian，
啊，不辛苦不辛苦不辛苦，
讲得很好哈，
谢谢谢谢谢谢。
愿意走啊，
嗯，
不错不错，
看老师很辛苦。
对对对对，
对，准备了，并且准备的很充分哈。
谢谢
那
谢谢老
个
师谢谢老师
后。面他们练习那个怎么样？你们看一看。
我看不到这边，因为他们是他们电脑那上面，然后我看不到。
OK，
对，所以只能靠他们自己，然后自觉了，就是说，
对，
对。我觉得那个4年级那些小孩子，就是说稍微难整一点，比这个大，
哦，
对，就是这个稍微大一点这个孩子，就是说他们就是第一这个集中能力可能更强一点，
对对对，
然后第二可能就是说，
容易抓住一点，不会
对对对，
跑掉了。
对啊对啊，是是是。
刚才3到4年级有个学生的家长已经跟我回复了，说师课感觉挺好的。
哎，我们先出去吧，我们到外面去，到外
OK，
面的。
好，没问题，没问题没问题。
这个录音先。